Hello, and welcome to another FAQ Monday. I'm your host, Fluff. If you have a question, feel free to leave them down below in the comments or go on over to my Ask FM question account thing and ask it anonymously over there. Let's get to some questions, shall we? First question. Hey dude, just curious, since you've upgraded your home studio, what have you been doing for mastering these days? Assuming you've switched or added to the traditional brick wall limiter method. Thanks a bunch. When it comes to mastering the songs, or anyone's songs, normally I bounce between Slate FGX and Ozone, Isotope Ozone 6. I usually choose which one's just tickling my fancy that particular day. They're both very, very clean and transparent. In addition to that, I usually use a Waves Sheps 73 Neve plugin to kind of shape the EQ if needed, and I will also use a Slate VTM virtual tape machine as well, and that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. I only run into problems when, for example, metalcore bands ask for the mix to be extremely, extremely crushed, which basically means distorted. And I'm not good at the loudness wars. I hate the loudness wars. I'm completely against the loudness wars. So my songs and my music are typically a solid 4 dB quieter than a modern metal record. And I'm okay with that. But yeah, normally it's a pretty simple setup, you know. Slate FGX, Isotope Ozone 6 are really the backbone of the mastering. You know, a lot of people use it. It's just a great plugin, definitely worth the money. You should check either one of those guys out immediately. Hey Fluff, so I was looking to buy this guitar, but my budget isn't that big. But then I saw that they also sold the same guitar in BStock for $100 less. Is BStock a safe alternative? I'm not against it. But if you can't find out why it is BStock, then I would skip it. And here's a good example why. This G&L Rampage that you see behind me, J. Cantrell signature model, was a BStock. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna buy that for, it was like $150 off. And I thought, I'm getting a great deal. And I asked the guy, it was a music store. It was a brick and mortar music store in the Midwest that I bought it from online. And I asked them why was it BStock, and he said he suspected because there's a few paint chips around the input jack, but he wasn't really sure. And that was good enough for me, so I bought it. Well, I get it, and the action is atrocious. I mean, it is a mile high, right? So I take it to my tech, Mark Stockwell, and he calls me back and he said, I figured out why it's BStock. And I'm like, awesome, can you fix it? And he's like, well, it can be fixed. And what the problem was the fingerboard past the 12th fret, they just kind of didn't feel like finish planing it at all, whatsoever. Like there's this big hump after the 12th fret on the fingerboard that you would never ever notice by looking at it, but they went ahead and just installed the frets anyway, past the 12th fret without leveling and planing the fretboard adequately. So what you get is this nice flat radius, and then you get the fretboard kind of does this, and it's awful. And Mark was able to level the frets out to compensate, so in the end he got it to play really, really nice. But that's a good example of why I just, it's not worth the $100. Just buy a legit one, non-BStock model, because now I hate that guitar. The guitar sucks. I never bonded with it. I don't even play it. It's just show candy and eye candy, really. So yeah, just spend the extra $100 and you won't regret it. This week, my suggestion to you is to check out my buddies Into the Flood and their new record, Death Posture. Awesome record. They're singing. They've come from their metalcore roots to, they're a little bit grown up. I'm just gonna say it. They're a little bit more grown up now, and they have seen the ways of the melody, and it's awesome. Great, great record. Good friends of mine, and I think you will dig it. You've been wonderful. I've been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.